What up, good people? We are back in the flesh. Yes, yes. Is this thing on? Testing. 1 2 1 2. We recording? Yes. What up, Anthony? Thank y'all for joining. What up? Rung Versailles versus Strata. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to everything on this side. What's up, Ego? It's on. We chilling. Damn, we almost got to 100 quick. I'm going to speak on the Broner. Oh, you're talking about the incident. Oh, keep exposing these motherfuckers. I'm on it. Shit, Ego Valley. I might appear as Ego Valley on this. We working. Long Island. YouTube playing with the view count. They just said 100 people were in here, almost 98. Now it's down to 57. And we've only been live for a minute. But what they can't stop is the message. We working. Do. Ego's the best at this boxing shit. Thank you. I try to entertain. What's cracking, Chino? I know I hit my like button. Appreciate you. I'm going to eat this Krispy Kreme, this donut. Just in case, if you know me, I love donuts. New media, bitches. I fucking love donuts. You really are the best, bro. Boxing stream. Thank you. I couldn't wait to do this video. I got some rest. I should have got a coffee. We gonna work about. Excuse the donut. In case y'all don't want to watch me eat, y'all go look at this while we working. SF Valley, man, I see you. California. I only seen highlights of Amanda Nunez fight. I ain't get to watch it. When we finish this donut, we get right to the proceedings this evening. Talk this good old boxing talk. We about to do roll call in a minute. I see y'all repping where you from. Keep doing that. I like that. You don't even have to wait for roll call. Rep where you from multiple times. I know I put it down for the west side. The best side. I put the Bay on my back, man. Put California on the map, man. Gonzalez don't want to box anymore. Or you hear that? Or you just saying it? Guadalajara, home of Canelo, in the building. I knew he looked like beast, man. I told people that. So look at my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. A lot of times for big fights, I'm giving you the, what the fuck? I just turned on Twitter and this is what I seen. Oh, wait. This is the first thing they pulled up. Shout out to Summer Rae. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I wasn't expecting that. I just opened up my Twitter. Look, I just got on Twitter. I'm like, oh, wait. Shout out to Summer Rae. Follow her. Oh, wait. Put it in the air. Yeah. Lost my train of thought. Fucking around with the yams. But yeah, I was tweeting about Inui. You gotta follow me. There's some retweets. Man looking like a beast. Living up to the nickname. Nunez got a nasty left hook and a left to the body. And this was before he dropped him. And what was the punch that set everything up? Left hook to the body. like a 12-gauge shot in it. Yes. And Nui about to show y'all why he's called the monster. Watch this knockout. Be right back. Grab some popcorn. I've been following the Nui for a little bit because I started hearing his name. So I did my research like a real boxing fan. Yeah, his punches sound crisp. You hear the sound when he like when he's shooting his shot. All right, y'all, let's do the roll call. If you're new to the live stream, what I like to do, I like to know where y'all are from. You guys know where I'm from. You know what I rep. I want to know where you guys are from. So when we do the Boxing Ego roll call, just simply tell me where you're from. City, state, zip code, area code, all that good stuff. Rep where you from. Boxing Ego roll call. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Yes. Iowa, Bronx, Ireland, East LA, or East Las Vegas, I'm sorry, Austin, Texas, Chirac, Baltimore, Jackson, Mississippi, Long Island, Indiana, Nogales, Queens, Huntsville, Alabama, Scotland, Brooklyn, Vegas, Houston, Brooklyn, New York, Queens, Bronx, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Strong Island, 90037, where that's from, Baltimore, from the Bay Area, San Jose. They got some good ass food in San Jose. Mississippi, Sacramento, Ice City, 510, Wilmington, Cincinnati, Sonora, Toronto, Arizona, Edmonton, England, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Detroit, South Los Angeles, Motown, Philly, Pasadena, where y'all at, East Baltimore, Washington. Yes, man. Shout out to Houston, Florida. Home of Crunk. You must be from the Midwest, Detroit, Alaska. Tujunga. I don't know where that's at in California. Now, let's get right to the proceedings this evening. We did a roll call. Let's talk about some of this boxing. Make sure you hit the like button. Oh my gosh, I couldn't wait to do this video. Because this is the thing, we live streaming. You have me live here, live in the flesh. I mean, I'm not a hologram or anything. And I did a video after the fight talking about Chocolatito, right? Check it on the channel. We already got 14,000 views in a matter of hours, right? And a lot of people didn't understand it. And they were in their feelings. So, like I said, now you have me live in the flesh. We're going to talk about it. I said Adrian Broner moves up 4 weight divisions and loses decisions. Facts. Never been stopped. Y'all dog him. Chocolatito moves up 4 divisions, which was 3 pounds in the lighter weight classes. And I hear excuses. Now, let's break this down. Because we're going to look at some comments. We're going to give some additional thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. But a lot of people are they're taking what I said out of context. Somehow, I'm going to tell you, let me tell you guys how to spot the fake and how to spot people who aren't really about that boxing life that we are. And it's simple. When somebody's asking you a direct question, consider it like the game show Jeopardy. If Alex Trebek is asking a direct question, name Broner's last fight, and you know Broner's last fight, what would you do? You would say, boom, I know that. That's easy. Mikey Garcia, right? You say, name the MMA fighter that Floyd Mayweather fought, right? He's only fought one. Name the MMA fighter Floyd Mayweather fought. You're like, oh, easy. All day, Conor McGregor. Boom. Give me my money, right? But when we're talking about boxing, a lot of people don't really know this sport like they claim to. And what they will do, instead of just answering the simple question, is they'll switch the subject, they'll deflect to something completely different, they'll talk shit or name call, oh, you're an idiot, or just simply say they don't disagree. But you know what they don't do? They don't tell you what they disagree with. You know what I'm saying? Simply put, they won't tell you what you said that was non-truthful, because they know they can't go tit for tat. So the only thing you can do is like, oh, ego, you're a bitch. Oh, you're racist. You don't know shit about boxing. Ha ha ha. That's the only thing they do. But right now, I'm live in the flesh, right? And we can talk about it. And we can talk about this boxing stuff while I'm here. And I'm going to show you proof of what I'm saying just from this video. Some people switched and said that I was praising Broner. I don't see what I said that praised Broner. All I was pointing out and illustrating for you guys is there's a clear and blatant double standard. Broner gets dogged, which I could show you any Broner video, and people said they hate Broner and all this. Yet you had HBO who was telling us that Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez was #1 pound for pound. #1 pound for pound. When I think of pound for pound, that's why I call this the pound for pound talk. If you don't know shit about boxing, you probably end up getting blocked because you'll say something stupid. But you might as well not participate, because this is the pound for pound talk. If you don't know about boxing, you can't intellectually explain your points, then you don't have a leg to stand on, really. You know what I mean? This is for the real boxing heads, the real boxing fans, the real motherfuckers, right? And my whole thing is, I'm not praising Broner. I'm merely illustrating a double standard. Again, they said Roman Chocolatito just last year was the #1 pound for pound fighter in the world. I told you, along with Paulie Malignaggi, Troy King, Roman's cool, but I don't have him ranked that high, right? Point blank period. When I was making those videos, which I can show you right now since we're live streaming, right? But for the sake of continuity and to keep this flowing, I'm not going to pull it up right now. But I can show you. You can type in Chocolatito Gonzalez Boxer Ego. It'll bring up everything I've ever recorded about him. And I said I didn't agree with that. Y'all said I was stupid. A lot of y'all said, oh, you're stupid. You're just hating. Chocolatito is the greatest. And right? But listen, when you think of pound for pound, to me, what that is stipulating, listen to it tells you in the title, pound for pound. So to me, I think of pound for pound, I'm thinking a guy, no matter what weight class, if you could take everything he does in his weight class and somehow scientifically, genetically engineer him to be at welterweight or at light heavyweight or a cruiserweight heavyweight, they would be able to hold their own and beat guys there. They would be able to beat pound for pound. Like if Floyd Mayweather, everything he does here at welterweight, at 154 in all the divisions, if you put him at cruiserweight, he would be fucking shit up. If he fought the exact same and his power transitioned to a cruiserweight frame and stuff like that. Point blank period. But HBO, see, and this is the cold part of the game, and this is what they're not going to tell you, right? But for me, how can you say Roman Chocolatito was the #1 pound for pound? He moves up 3 pounds and struggles. He struggles moving up 3 pounds. But like I said in this video about Broner moved up 12 pounds and beat the champion, Paulie Malignaggi. And even though he lost to Chino Maidana, he still went the distance. And nobody's saying that Broner was pound for pound. So that's what I'm saying. It's not about, I'm saying Broner is #1 pound for pound, because that's not what I'm saying at all. You guys, you have to, if you want to follow the channel, this is for the real intellectuals and the boxing fans. You got to be able to keep up. You have to have some level of comprehension skills. I'm not saying Broner is pound for pound #1, but I'm also saying that Chocolatito is not pound for pound #1. And I'm illustrating the double standard that Chocolatito moves up 3 pounds, and then people make a ton of excuses for why he can't hang in the division. Oh, the guys are just so much bigger, right? The guys are just too big and strong. So what the fuck do you think Broner had to deal with when he fought Chino Maidana, who outweighed him, who was strong as an ox, who has a way better resume than Sor Rungvisai? And I want somebody, so please somebody speak out. And if you lose, then you're getting blocked. Who wants to step up and prove, who wants to challenge me that Maidana didn't have a better resume than Sor Rungvisai at the time Broner fought him? Like, so Maidana, leading up to the Broner fight, everyone he had faced Rungvisai at the time he fought Roman Gonzalez, everyone he had faced. Who wants to argue that Maidana doesn't have a better resume than Rungvisai had? And I'm not knocking Rungvisai. I like Rungvisai. He could scrap. But he didn't have a great resume at the time he fought Roman Gonzalez. And like I said, see, this is the thing with new media. It's not just about saying this. Step up to the plate. We don't just dominate the covering the fights or just videos anymore. Like, it's everything. I'm live streaming. I'm here right now. So who wants to step up? But if you lose, you're getting blocked, and then everyone's going to throw up their L. So who wants to step up and argue that with me right now and intelligently argue? Because if you're not talking about the subject, we're going to really do a debate. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to argue, you have to argue with facts. It can't be some bullshit like, oh, you're gay, ego. It has to be, that's the ground rules. That's really the only ground rules. You have to talk fact, and you have to debate on the subject. You can't switch to, oh, but Sean Porter did. No, talk about the subject. So who wants to say that Sor Rungvisai, at the moment he fought Roman in the first fight, had a better resume than Maidana had when he fought Broner? I'm waiting. This is how we could do it. Like I said, this ain't, like Floyd said to Grail, this ain't Berto. Like, this is not what you're used to. This ain't just a regular video where nobody could talk back. This is a live stream. So I'm waiting for somebody to step up and try to argue that Sor Rungvisai had a better resume. Because y'all seem to, when I do an audio video and it's just me and I can't rebuttal in front of the group, y'all seem to disagree with everything I say. You disagree with everything. Chocolatito is a humble guy, unlike Broner. What the fuck does that have to do with fighting? That's to the one. So the one, that's my question to you. What is that humble? What does that have to do with fighting? It has nothing to do with fighting. It has nothing to do with skill. It has nothing to do with pound for pound. So you would rank someone on the pound for pound #1 list because they're a humble guy? That's Jeff Horn. He seems like a very nice guy. You know what I'm saying? But I can't put him #1 pound for pound because he seems nice. So once again, you guys bring up dumb shit. Oh, but Broner, he's unlikable. Okay, he's unlikable. I can even agree with you to that. You know what I mean? He was start roasting me, and I had something on my lap, and he tried to clown. You know what I mean? That's his personality. So, but that don't have nothing to do with fighting. It has nothing to do with fighting. That you got, oh, his personality. I don't care about his personality because, like Floyd said, your personality can't get in there and fight for you. Your skills can. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do it like Floyd. Personality can't fight for you. So who cares what if he's an alcoholic? You know what I mean? Kelly Pavlik is an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Or was on, you know what I'm saying? What does that have to do? Oscar De La Hoya had demons. Zab Judah, all these dudes, like Mike Tyson. What does that have to do with them fighting? Nothing. Someone said, LOL, nobody trying to get blocked. Because they know they're not gonna win that. But like I said, new media, this is a different era. Like Canelo says, me era. Everybody's quiet now, but like I said, this is live stream. I want somebody to argue that because every time I do a video, like go look at the video, they're speaking up in this. It's got 14,000 views. Everybody got a ton of disagreements and everything right now, but then right in front of the whole group, live stream where you have me live in the press, and we can just dispute and debate and talk and have intelligent boxing talk. Now nobody's stepping up. So who wants to say Sor Rungvisai had a better resume than Maidana? Right? I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. Look, the Lou 83 ego is real simple. If you're a cocky asshole, a lot of people ain't gonna like you no matter what color you are. What are you guys talking about? What does cocky asshole have to do with anything about pound for pound? You know what I'm saying? D-Lo, always trying to find double standards where there are none. So, who's going to step up? Who's going to step up and take the ego challenge? I'm here live in the flesh. Let's talk. Let's talk boxing. Where are all these people? Everyone disagrees and stuff in the comment section. I'm here right now. So, I can show you the double standards in front of the whole, whoever's watching right now. I'm telling you, I feel there are double standards. So, if you feel there's no double standards with the situation, let's go. See, y'all making this stream boring. Then why does 4 losses Conor McGregor have so many fans and people like humble fighters? Good question. I mean, he really ripped Mayweather's blueprint. The Vegas, lavish lifestyle, the money shit. You know what I mean? All that. And it worked for him, so props to him. But at the end of the day, people aren't complaining. See, like I said, everyone has so much to say in the comment section, but then when the threat level is live right in front of your face, asking you, look, agree, brothers always do that. So now it's a brother thing, huh? Look, okay, here's another person. George says, who did Broner beat for those titles? 36 likes, okay. And then somebody else had a good question. Who did Roman beat? Except Quadras. So we talking boxing. So who did Roman beat for the title? Like, to get those titles? Since y'all know so much about Roman and his 4 moves up. See, y'all trying to check on Wikipedia and Google because you flabbergasted. You don't know. No, who did Broner beat? Okay, then who did Chocolatito beat? Quadras. He beat Quadras, but some people thought Quadras beat him. And at the end of the day, his face was looking pretty bad after the Quadras fight. So I'm waiting. See, I'm still like, again, this is what I'm telling you with new media. This is not a game anymore. Like, everybody's like, oh yeah, I disagree. Okay, if you guys disagree, I'm right here live in the flesh. Who did Chocolatito beat? That you guys like, because everyone see that's another, to me, that's another form of deflection. When you're like, who did Broner beat? So you want to switch gears. You want to switch gears and talk about Broner and shift the actual conversation. It's not even, Broner's just an example of I just seen with the double standard. The video's chopping up because Kenny Porter just called me, and anytime someone calls, it messes up. But once again, if you say who's Broner beat, who did Chocolatito beat? Name. See, this is what I'm saying. Shout out to Tyler. This is Chocolatito after the Quadras fight, the guy he beat for the title. This is Chocolatito after the fight. This is Quadras after the fight. You know what I mean? Not too many. And this is Chocolatito. And y'all was making fun of Berto when he fought Robert Guerrero and his eyes were looking like that. That's not much better. But the thing is, the difference is, people weren't saying Andre Berto was #1 pound for pound that I remember at that time. You know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about Broner, who did he beat? Who did Chocolatito beat? This is him post-fight after Quadras, the guy he beat. And see, look at this. Those same people, since y'all care so much about facial features and scar tissue and stuff, when Danny Jacobs was fighting Golovkin, that's the first thing they mentioned. Oh, but Danny Jacobs had to wear sunglasses. Of course, Triple G won. Okay, so he doesn't have sunglasses, but that's what he was looking like post fight. No sunglasses though. You know what I mean? He just rocked it. But you're like, Ward versus Kovalev in the first fight, he had to wear sunglasses. Okay, he didn't wear sunglasses, and this is what his face was looking like. And this is the guy he beat for the WBC title. It was a very competitive fight. We're not talking about who Ward should fight next. The conversation is Chocolatito. We could get to the other stuff. This is him after. And then the swelling ensued and got worse. Right? It was a good fight, fun fight, but this was Chocolatito beat for the title. And I thought he drastically faded in the second half of the Quadras fight, whereas Ward actually got knocked down and improved. But we're here. We're talking to boxing. So who's stepping up? Who's stepping up to the plate? Who did Chocolatito beat? And I know I just showed you all that, so I know you guys had time to Google it. So you're saying who did Broner beat? Who did Chocolatito beat for the titles? See, I need to just call this the cricket stream. And see, someone said Brian Valoria, so let's check it out. Brian Valoria, there was the WBC flyweight title, but guess what? He already had the WBC flyweight title. This is his fight right before Brian Valoria, Edgar Sosa. So he already had that title. So he didn't beat Brian Valoria for the title. Once again, y'all don't know shit about boxing. Brian Valoria, he already had the title, the WBC flyweight title. Not to mention, Brian Valoria had a record of 36-4, and he had been stopped before. So that makes him pound for pound. That gives you the pound for pound status. Let's look at it. He had been stopped before. Now that's his record now, but I just showed you what it was then. So Roman fought him and TKO'd him, but he already lost before, and he'd already been stopped before. And he had another loss and a no contest, another loss. So even though you guys just made that up and said he beat Brian Valoria because that's the only name you know, right? Let's talk. That's the name you know, so you just threw it out there. But he already had the title when he fought Brian Valoria. But once again, you guys are making up stuff because you don't know. Just like per usual. You don't know who he fought. Hold on 1 second. You know we got to multitask on here. Shit's too easy, man. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez to defend flyweight title versus Brian Valoria. So, to whoever just said that, ESPN, right? Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez to defend flyweight title versus Brian Valoria. Once again, flyweight world champion Roman Gonzalez, one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world, according to Dan Rayfield, will make his third title defense. So, once again, y'all don't know shit about boxing. Whoever just said Brian Valoria, that was his third title defense. He didn't get the title from Brian Valoria. In addition, Brian Valoria had 4 losses, and he had been stopped before. So, once again, you don't know Roman Chocolatito, who he's fought, who he's beat. So, the only name you could think of, because it was an HBO fight, one of his HBO fights, with Brian Valoria. So, you just randomly threw that name out there without knowing the facts. This is new media. This is the era of new media. Y'all gonna hold these L's because y'all don't know. Like I said, I don't know every single thing about boxing, but I know surface area stuff like that. I know Brian Valoria wasn't the guy he beat for a title in that particular fight. But once again, since you can't name the people, that's what I'm telling you. They want to deflect. They want to talk about the whole thing is about Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. I made a comparison showing you the double standard with Broner, but they try to but Broner he punched some guy on TMZ. That don't have nothing to do with what we're talking about at all. No, I didn't hear Abel Sanchez what he said about the KO. I mean, what did he say? I mean, I don't know that I care, but again, new media is destroying you, dude. Brian Valoria. No, he didn't get a title from Brian Valoria. Who next? I want who next? Who next? You know what I mean? But the whole thing with the double standard, like I said, I'm not saying Broner is pound for pound number one. That never came up. But like I said, y'all motherfuckers got a lot to disagree with when I just do the videos. And then when you're on the spot, you know you can't compete because you don't know what you're talking about, and you know you can't actually you can't defend it with anything of substance. Let's take a look at another comment on that Broner video. Ego equals bias towards black fighters like Broner equals about bums. So I'm gonna tell you how this shit works. The video was not even really about Broner. I'm just making a comparison. It's called like an analogy, right? And anytime you could tell who really feels what, because what they do is they have to like call names. Like, why is Broner about bums? You know what I'm saying? Some little kid name calling. You know what I mean? Or they'd be like Floyd Mayweather or whatever. So you already showed your hand right there, because we're talking regular boxing, and you calling the man about, like, first of all, you say ego equals bias towards black fighters like Broner equals about bums. So you had to throw a slight. So that's what I'm saying. These casuals are so emotional. They can't just say, oh, ego's bias against black fighters like Broner. They have to insult Broner by saying something crazy. So you already showed your hand. You've already showed that you actually have an issue with fighters like Broner, right? If you're going to praise a black fighter, praise Terrence Crawford instead of wasting time on a wasted talent like Broner. Now, if y'all really been rocking with me, if y'all really been rocking with the movement, when have I not praised Terrence Crawford for his skill set? Not outside the ring, not his personality, not baby mama drama or anything that has nothing to do with boxing. Have I gave Terrence Crawford his proper, right? Have I gave him that? See, I'm telling you, this was not going to be a good year for me. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. Y'all got to tell the truth. And the thing is, you can no longer just say the shit. Anybody could do that. That's far too easy. Anybody could just say what they feel and stuff. It's about something deeper than that. And I've always given Terrence Crawford major props as a fighter, right? Not anything else. I tell you, he's a good fighter. I can see him pound for pound and stuff like that. So what is this dude talking about? He's like, oh, don't spend your time on a waste of talent like Broner. You should be praising Crawford. I give Crawford a lot. Listen, I'm a businessman. And you know I'm a businessman because you see me at my place of business. This is me at Crawford's last fight. About last night, always working. Shout out to champs Terrence Crawford and Julius Ndongo for risking it all to fight each other undisputed. And Top Rank for a great fight week. Also ESPN and the beautiful Omaha, Lincoln, Nebraska for having me. Mikey Williams works for Top Rank. Caught me slipping last night, right? August 20th. You are lowering your ratings? You sound stupid. YouTube, listen. Juan Carlos Jimenez, you sound stupid. You're lowering your ratings? You don't know my ratings. How am I lowering my ratings? My numbers are good. YouTube has this thing, it's called YouTube Analytics on your dashboard, right? And it tells you how you're doing. You can track how you're doing, like how many views you got and different things like that. Hey, Portia, don't ban people that quick. Like with if they just said something like that, that was light, and I was trying to ether him anyway. But yeah, I'm not lowering my ratings. If I was lowering my ratings, then it would show on the YouTube analytics. Oh, here's also the footage I shot. Respect, too much skill. Hashtag pound for pound. And I shot this with my camera. Live in the flesh in Lincoln, Nebraska. Too talented. Right? It says so like I said, it's not, look, this is all fight week stuff. Hype for the fight. There's your boy Ego with Terrence Crawford. It's the champ. This dude got ridiculous skills. Oh, and Terrence Crawford is pretty talented too. LOL, just kidding. Always a pleasure to watch a true pound-for-pound, skillful, humble champ work. Omaha, y'all got one. 402. Belts are coming. So I told you who he was going to win. Belts are coming home, America, undisputed. And you see the two undisputed YouTube boxing and undisputed skill set. August 16, 949 likes. So, new media. What the fuck is this dude talking about? Ego bias towards black fighters like Broner about bombs. If you're going to praise a black fighter, and I can tell by how you word certain things, if you're going to praise a black fighter as if it's a bad thing, if you're going to praise a black fighter, praise Terrence Crawford instead of wasting time on a wasted talent like Broner. So have I not praised Terrence Crawford? And in this video, like, shout out to Kemal Oz, who held it down. He's not praising Broner. Ego is exposing the double standards between boxers and how they're viewed by the corrupt boxing media and the fanboys. Boom. See, you guys are with me. That's how I know Ego's army, Ego Mafia, y'all some real boxing fans. What are you talking about? See how they always have to divert to some bias towards black fighters? Once again, what black fighter am I praising that doesn't deserve credit? You're stupid. He wasn't even praising Broner. He was making a weight class comparison. Did your dumbass even watch the video? Exactly. Y'all are ethering him in the comment section. Do you idiots listen to Ego or just repeat what the retards say? Ego has praised Crawford many times. Oh, y'all hold me down in the comment section. Y'all holding it down. You know what I mean? Ego biased towards black fighters. So, once again, this new media, you can't just say this shit. You got to prove it. I just proved everything. He says you need to stop praising Broner and praise Terrence Crawford. I have been praising Terrence Crawford. I do think Terrence Crawford. You guys seen it. Those are post-dated. All those things were post-dated. So have I not praised Crawford as a top talent? And when did I praise Broner? Somebody point out the video where I was just like overly praising Broner and saying he was the best thing ever, pound for pound. Y'all getting murked. It's only going to get worse. So buckle up. Now, back to the subject at hand. And see, listen. You're looking at the pound for pounds right here, man. This is what I'm talking about. You know what the cold part about this game is? I'm going to tell you. The cold part about the game is when Roman Chocolatito, who's a solid fighter, is a good fighter, but he comes up short like this. You know what the fucked up thing is? See, this is the thing. It's the radical fan bases, the biased media, right? Things like that. They make it because you have to prove them wrong because they're drastically wrong. So they'll make it like you have something against the fighter. Oh my gosh. He was done for. And that dude Rungvisai was not playing. But see, this is the thing. They'll try to spin it like you have something. I don't have nothing that, like Chocolatito, he's solid. But when you have to constantly go behind someone, it's like going behind someone and cleaning up their mess. You know what I mean? If you had a roommate and they kept leaving everywhere, they would track a mess. They would leave open pizza boxes with half-eaten pizza, the bathroom. They don't replace the toilet. You have to constantly go behind somebody and fix that. And see, that's the thing. I don't have a problem with Roman Chocolatito because I think he's a good fighter. I just didn't rate him where HBO rated him, and I know why they're doing that. They're trying to force feed you their product, and it doesn't work like that. You're not going to be able to manufacture who you want to be the pound for pound great. It doesn't. Boxing doesn't work like that because skills pay the bills. Like Floyd always says, HBO can't get in there and fight for you. The fans can't fight for you. So none of that really matters. You could say Chocolatito is one plus number one plus pound for pound. But when he fights at Rungvisai, if he can't get past him either time, then it just makes you look crazy. And what I see what they're doing. They have Andre Ward. This is my opinion. They have Andre Ward calling the fights. He was there yesterday calling the fights. He's a fighter on that network, or he was. I don't know. His contract ended, so I don't know what he's going to do next. But they have him commentating. He's been a fighter that's been on HBO, right? And guess what? It's like they're doing everything they can to not give him the pound-for-pound number one spot. But he's been here the longest. And if I go through Andre Ward's resume and we look at people, we look at where they were when he fought them, we'll recognize a lot more people on Andre Ward's name because they were making noise. Carl Froch was making noise at super middleweight, right? Kessler, Abram, Bika, Edison Miranda. These are all top-level guys within the division. Chad Dawson was a light heavyweight champion, came down to 68, got stopped. Edwin Rodriguez was an undefeated up-and-comer guy with a lot of power who just won the tournament. So the Super Six, everybody knows who Kovalev was. Sullivan Barrera was like a guy who was fighting on ESPN, getting some good knockouts. Cuban background, big for the, big in shape. The war dropped him. And HBO keeps trying to force feed us and tell us who's next up. And they're always wrong. Just like Skip Bayless. It's like they're almost always wrong. This is who you said was pound for pound number one. So again, it's not anything about Chocolatito, but it's about how they're not giving equal credit to the various fighters, and that's what this is. You know what I mean? So again, some people are like, "Oh, you hate this fighter." You're gonna say that because I have to constantly go behind somebody else and express my honest opinion that I disagree with what they're saying. So now you're gonna think, oh, you just have it out against them, but none of that stuff moves me. I don't really care about what y'all think about shit like that. And then the worst thing is y'all make up shit, right? Let's get to some examples. So Sonny Black says, Ego, you're always talking about racism in boxing, but you're the biggest racist piece of shit. I see through you, bro. You always have something negative to say about white and Hispanic fighters. And you are one of those always making excuses for black fighters. This is what they say. Okay, here's what they think about you. Right? He said, is my comment a lie? Incorrect? Isn't it obvious? So, get them likes up to 100 so we can bury this dude. We handing out coffins today. I need to go to Costco because I don't know if you guys know, Costco actually has coffins. So, I need to get them Kirkland coffins. I got to stop talking like that because y'all probably try to censor me, the FCA, the FCC and shit. But this is not, I'm not talking about literally. I'm talking about hypothetically, I guess is the word. Hit the like buttons. So if y'all want to see him get offed and you want me to prove him wrong, let's get over 100 likes. We need over 100 likes for this work. Y'all if y'all want me to waste my time explaining, and this is the best platform, this is the way to do it, because live stream, we live in the flesh, you know what I mean? There are no mess ups or this is like ESPN, this is a first take, right? And I can actually rebuttal some stuff instead of leaving a comment and someone might not see it. This is how we gonna do it. New media. Now, okay. We going back. We gonna ether what he's having to say, right? Ego, you're always talking about racism in boxing, but you're the biggest racist piece of shit. And just a side note, you don't even know how to spell your, but That's just a little grammatical error, whatever. Biggest piece of racist shit. I see through you, bro. You always have something negative to say about white and Hispanic fighters, and you are the one who's making up excuses for black fighters. So, new media. It's not just about saying, it's about proving. What excuse for what black fighter did I make up? Like, I don't understand. I said Mayweather was going to knock out Conor McGregor in 8 to 10 rounds. He knocked him out in the 10th. I said Terrence Crawford was going to be undisputed. He's undisputed. I said Errol Spence was going to beat Kell Brook. And they're two black fighters, but Errol won. So what excuse did I make up? And I was even wrong on the fight prediction. I picked Danny Garcia, who's Puerto Rican American, over Keith Thurman, who's black. So once again, prove what you're saying. This shit is too easy, man. We just handing out coffins. And he says, you always have something negative to say about white and Hispanic fighters. Okay. I always have something negative to say about white and Hispanic fighters. Last time I checked, Canelo was Hispanic, and I'm picking him to beat Golovkin. And y'all are saying, oh, you sucking Canelo's dick, and you're a Canelo dick rider, and this and that. So Canelo's Hispanic, and I'm picking him to beat Golovkin, who's not Hispanic. Right? Come slap me then. I'll be waiting for that. Anyway, Canelo is Hispanic and Golovkin isn't, and I'm picking Canelo to beat him. So right now you're 0 for 2. You're 0 for 2. The shit you said, Sonny Black said, none of it's adding up. If I'm racist and I always have something negative against white and Hispanic fighter, well, you know what? Here's a better point. If I'm racist, like, how would I even pick certain fights? Like, if I hate white and Hispanic or whatever he was saying, right? How would I even pick a guy from Kazakhstan, part Asian? People probably consider him white. You know what I mean? Like Golovkin versus Canelo. How do I even pick somebody? You know what I mean? If I hate both of them. Getting killed, man. 0 for 2. He says, is my comment a lie? Incorrect. Isn't it obvious? But yet, again, this is new media. Support it. Why don't you link to the videos where I said racist stuff? Someone else. See, y'all be holding me down in the comment section. Sonny Black, nah, he gives credit where credit is due. People were saying Chocolatito was pound for pound. I didn't buy it. Shit ton of people did. We saw what happened last night. The points he's making about Broner are mostly facts rather than just simple opinion. Watch the video. Boom. Y'all holding it down for the ego army. Right? And then look, someone says, shout out to Ellie Foster. They said Ego just gave Miguel Cotto props all throughout this video. Last time I checked, Cotto is Hispanic. He also gave Maidana credit for beating AB and credit for improving his jab under Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia, Mexican-American. Maidana from Argentina. Fucking Miguel Cotto, Puerto Rican. Damn, homie, you gotta do something, baby. Now let's see what Sonny Black had to say. He replied, Ellie Foster, it's fake. I don't believe he really feels that way. Do you guys see? Okay, so let me get this straight. You guys just seen what I read you, the whole dialogue, the whole thread. So you make an assumption and you say I'm racist. You don't prove it, and multiple people, not even me, multiple people in the comment section are schooling you and proving you wrong. Like, hey, this is not really about Broner. He's not really praising. He's doing blah, blah. He gave credit to Robert Garcia, Maidana, Cotto. And guess what? You respond back, I think it's fake. This shit is too easy, too emotional. He said, I think it's fake. I don't believe he really feels that way. How the fuck you know how I feel? And why would I say it? Like, if you know anything about me, you would know that I don't say if I don't mean it, I'm not going to say it. You ain't going to put no battery in my back. But look, once you get proven wrong, it's fake. I don't believe it. I don't believe he really feels that way.
He only does it when he needs to support his biased agenda. I'm talking about ego in general, not just this video. Overall, he's racist. His mind is corrupted. He thinks every single little thing is racism towards black boxers, but he's so extreme that he himself is the one that's racist. Now, who really sounds extreme and racist? Is it me or is it them? Looking shaky, baby. We handing out coffins. Everybody put your L's up. So, you say I'm racist against white and Hispanic fighters. And see, this is, let me just say this disclaimer. Some people, why are you doing this? Don't waste your time. I'm like that little white gangster kid that was, today I got time, cuz. I don't do shit if I don't have time. So we have time. I set aside time to bury y'all. So don't worry about that. I'm getting paid for this. I get paid to hand out coffins. You know what I'm saying? I'm the Undertaker. I'm Paul Bearer. Not real coffins, too. I'm not really killing people. But once again, so you make an assertion. You say I'm racist against white and Hispanic. Then they actually prove you wrong. Not even me, but just random people in the comment section, right? And they give examples of what they're saying, new media style, because that's what it's all about, right? And then as a result, you say it's fake. I don't believe it. He's just saying that. It's like I can't win. So you don't ever have to prove what you're saying. Fans rebuttal you and prove why they don't believe that's the case, and then you say they're lying. Give them a coffin, man. I'm the Undertaker and Paul Bearer from WWE. Undertaker. Remember how I used to talk about Ella crazy? Can we roll the Paul Bearer? We need to roll the Paul Bearer clip. The motherfucker was talking. Rest in peace. I think he passed away, but Undertaker. He had that weird ass voice. Everybody throw your L's up. We murdering them. Oh man, this is too easy. Yeah, but don't worry about my time. Like, oh, why are you doing this? You don't have to explain. I want to give out coffins. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the Salvation Army, how they ting 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 have that little in front of the Walmarts or whatever. You don't tell them to. Oh, you don't have time to be doing this. If I didn't have time, I wouldn't be doing it. Just give them the L, man. But those are examples. Those are just easy examples, just from a recent video of what I'm talking about. And as boxing fans, we got to get better. We got to get better in terms of don't fall for the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? The hat ego. I know, man. I'm trying to get the hat, but I'm giving out coffins. I'm giving out so many L's and coffins. I haven't had a chance to figure out the hats, but I will. I will be working on it. But man, real boxing fans, don't fall for the dumb shit. Like, if someone says I'm racist, cool, but tell them to prove it. That's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? Because I know in this social media age and internet age, people just throw anything at you. They want to throw dirt on your name. They see you doing it. See, I'm going to tell you the evolution of hate. This is how hate evolves. When I first started my channel, let's say I had like 1,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? I didn't barely have any subscribers. I could put a video. See, YouTube, I'm going to tell you all like this. YouTube is actually, it's easier to grow now. When I first started, boxing was such a small niche. There were only a few people doing this, right? Now you see a ton of channels because, like, I mean, real shit. I feel like, I honestly feel this. I feel like myself and Dante's Boxing Nation, we kind of paved the way for a lot of motherfuckers in the sense of people got to see it. That's why, like, I know for me personally, that's why the experience was so raw, because people seen me back then just doing videos in my room and just recording on the mic. Like, nah, all I had is one mic to cover in fights. They seen it, so that's why it's so raw and real to see, because you get to see me come from the humble beginnings to actually being at Mayweather McGregor covering fights. I'm going to Canelo Triple G. So you got to see it from start to finish. With everybody, it doesn't work like that. Like, as soon as I got on YouTube, like Ellie Seckback, ES News, he was already moving. You know what I mean? He was already one of the biggest, or the biggest in boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving for the fight tomorrow. But that's what I'm saying. People like me, Dante's Boxing Nation, we made it reality. That's why you see a bunch of channels now that did. A lot of people didn't exist when I first started. There weren't that many boxing channels. There's only a certain group of people that have been doing YouTube consistently and weathered the storm, all the changes and the YouTube upgrades and shit like that, who've been here for a couple of years and they can say, hey, I'm still doing this, and stayed on the site. You know what I mean? I've seen a ton of people, a ton of channels come and go. Like some of the channels I used to watch back in the day, I don't even know if they have channels anymore. Like I don't, not that they don't upload, I don't even know how to find the channels. It's like they deleted them and shit. So I've been here, I've been at this, I've been doing this. And it all started from really the voice, one mic, like Nas, and the fans, and speaking this real boxing truth. So you'll see that. You'll see an influx of people doing it because now they know it's a, oh shit. I remember back in the day, Ego was doing videos in his room, and now he's at covering the fights, and people want that. So, you know what I mean? If I could influence the game in any way, and half the people, I'm not gonna say half, but there's a good percentage of people that hate on me and stuff, but they be watching, they be trying to do shit I do, right? It is what it is. We don't worry about that. We worry about our families, the world around us, and we try to get this money. All that other stuff that people are doing, you can't get too caught up in it. But people think this is an overnight journey. This ain't no overnight journey. This actually took work. This took years. Because you know, when I first started, people were like, "What? I don't get it. What are you doing this for?" You ever see that meme with that girl and she's like she had her hand like that? That's how people do. What are you doing this for? Like, now you see what I'm doing this for. You might not have seen it a couple years ago, but now you see it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I stuck with it. I ain't no quitter. You know what I mean? It's full throttle or nothing. We don't lose, we learn. But you have to have that championship mindset. So, I don't know, man. Just like I said, with this whole pound for pound stuff, new media, y'all got to get it together because, like I said, it's not just about saying this stuff. It's like I said, oh, Ego's racist. I got like 3,000 videos or whatever, channel lifetime wise. You should be able. That's days worth of footage, months worth of footage in audio, right? You should easily be able to pick and choose, like, because if someone's racist, and I know I don't have to explain this, but I'm just trying to for the dummies. If someone's racist, it's gonna bleed through. There's gonna be some little red flags, like, that was weird when they said that to me. You know what I'm saying? There are gonna be those moments. I got 3,000 videos. This should be easy. You said it's gonna be easy. It should be easy to prove. From racist, you got 3,000 videos to pick and choose and find where I said whatever you're saying, claim I said. But that's not what they want to do. And that's the thing with the hater. I'm gonna tell you, like I said, the evolution of a hater. First started my channel, I barely even had any views. Like I said, when I first started, growing a channel was not like it is now. Like I've seen channels get to 10,000 views or 10,000 subscribers, 15,000 subscribers within a year or so. You know what I mean? When I first started, it was not, you couldn't grow that quick with boxing. At least, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't growing that quick. It took me forever. There was people who had way more subs than me and all that. And I was like, man, I'm never going to catch these dudes. So, but the evolution of a hater is this. When I first started, what were they saying? They're like, aha, you only got 32 views on this video. That's why no one gives a fuck what you have to say. They can't say that now. We almost 100,000 strong, let alone the other social medias like Instagram, like 70,000, etc. Right? So they can't say, oh, you don't get views. So what do? They switch it. Now they say you're a view whore. All you care about is money. No shit, dummy. And I'm not even like a materialistic person, but yeah, I do care about money. Like, first of all, if you're doing something you love, it don't matter if you love it or not. Who's not trying to get paid? And it's not even about getting paid because I have to be the biggest baller, but you have to sustain your life. To get to these fights requires money. You know what I'm saying? That's straight up. Like, it doesn't matter if you're money hungry or you're not money hungry. You have to be able to sustain what you do. These plane tickets aren't free. These hotel stays aren't free, right? My food and beverage ain't free, and anything else I decide, Ubers and Lyfts, none of that's free. So you have to be able to sustain it. But yeah, it trips me out when people say, "Oh, you're money hungry. You do this for views." What the fuck? What I mean, what am I supposed to do it to see the least amount of people see my work? It sounds stupid. You think if there's a painter and they have a work of art and they painted this dope mural of Biggie or something, they don't want no one to see it? See how stupid that sounds? Well, you just care about views. You damn right. Why would I not care about views, dummy? Like Floyd said, I'm a prize fighter, duh. I fight for a prize. I'm a YouTuber, so yeah, views matter. Of course I care about views. Or then they say you buy views and buy subscribers. Listen, you guys let me know when you found a person who can buy fake subs and fake subscribers and views and not have a real audience that travels as much as I do. I don't have another job. You guys see, I be putting out videos of random places. Anybody that knows me on a personal tip, they'll know that I don't have a job, like a regular job. So like I said, you guys let me know, someone that you know has bought fake subs, let me know when they start covering fights and traveling and stuff like that. Because when you buy fake subs, it's like a mirage. It's not really there. You think you see an oasis, you see some water, but it ain't really water. We working. Back to Chocolatito. Listen, again, I'm going to reiterate for all the new people entering the stream. My whole point is exposing the double standard with Chocolatito. Broner moved up 4 weight classes. People are using this excuse that, oh, Chocolatito, these guys at 115, they're just too big for him. Listen to what they say. Like, listen. Listen to what people say. A year ago, HBO told us that Chocolatito was number 1, and ESPN had him high ranking. Right? These are facts. And now the excuse is that Chocolatito, he moved up 3 pounds, and that's why. But like I said, this was not adding up. And this is why I think Chocolatito was never number 1 pound for pound. Right? It's very simple. But I think, me personally, my view, when I think of pound for pound, I think of the people like, you know what I mean? Pacquiao was clearly pound for pound at a point in time. Mayweather was clearly pound for pound. Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford. These are guys that are all pound for pound type fighters. Terrence Crawford has moved up. He was at 35, moved up to 40, and guess what? He's not getting knocked out in 4 rounds. No matter if his fight was tough or not. And actually, Crawford, for him particularly, his toughest fight was Gamboa, which was years ago, and he looks like he's improved since then. You know what I'm saying? He's not really getting dogged. Victor Postal, a champion, he dogged him. Julius Ndongo, he stopped him at 3. Chocolatito moved up 3 pounds and is struggling. Crawford, when he moved from 35 to 40, he's iced out a whole division. Shout out to Cedric Smith, $1 super chat. We working. Shmoney dance. Terrence Crawford moved up 5 pounds and eliminated everybody in the division who had a name, you know what I mean, to become undisputed. So how can you say, how could HBO have said that Chocolatito was pound for pound if he's moving up 3 pounds and this is the result? He moves up 3 pounds and this is the result after losing to Rungvisai the first time. So to me, I can't say he was number 1 pound for pound. You can say he's a good fighter, or he's entertaining to watch, or he has a fan base, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But same thing with Floyd. And see, this is what new media is going to keep showing and exposing, because Floyd, people take his worst moments or his toughest fights or whatever, and they use that as the catalyst. But even in those worst moments, we never seen Floyd like this. Do you get what I'm saying? Floyd, we know, is pound for pound number 1. We never seen Floyd looking like that ever. And no matter if he moved up 5 pounds, 7 pounds, 8, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter. He never got knocked out. Floyd doesn't really even have an official knockdown. You know what I mean? Oh, Zab Judah, his glove touch. The ref didn't count it, so it doesn't go against it. You know what I'm saying? And what would you rather have, if you're a boxer, would you rather have your glove touched, or would you rather be looking up to the ceiling light? You know what I'm saying? But again, new media, people want to always point out Floyd's toughest fights or moments. Oh, his glove touch. Again, I'd rather have my glove touch than to get laid out in a rematch where you were favored to win. That's not happened to Floyd. So it's easy to say Floyd is pound for pound number one, right? Same thing with Andre Ward. Andre Ward moved up from 68 to 175. You guys do the math. How many pounds is that? 175 minus 168. Come on, where are my math geniuses? 175 to 168. Nobody knows math out here? Nobody knows how many pounds that is? Okay. Finally, 7, exactly. 7 pounds. So Ward moved up 7 pounds, which is not the smartest brother in the world, but 3 plus 3 is what? 6. So he moved more than double the amount of pounds that Chocolatito did. He got knocked down by Kovalev, but then he won a lot of the second half of the fight. Then he came back to stop Sergey Kovalev, right? Chocolatito got knocked down just like Ward got knocked down in the first round. Ward got knocked down in the second, and Chocolatito was cut the fuck up. His face was bleeding from headbutts, and he looked frustrated. It just wasn't his best work. Then in the rematch, this happened. In Ward's rematch, okay, we got somebody who looks like they want to step up. Phanos, it says, LOL, ego, you don't understand pounds and size. Step up. So let's debate. So what if I said that was wrong? Y'all want this coffin? Y'all want me to hand out another coffin? You know, we might put him in. We might put his chat in the urn. Step up. So if I don't understand pounds and size, let's go. Let's talk about it. Step up. Like Channing Tatum. Step up. I don't understand pounds and size. We'll use the examples I just gave, and let's go. See, like I said, this ain't just a regular audio where I can't speak back and y'all just, oh, ego's a bitch, he's regular. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. Step up. Where you at? Thanos or Phanos or whatever your name is? Crickets. Where? See? They get emotional and leave. That's what, you know what I'm saying? I literally, I wish it's just like we play Madden. My boy was real good at Madden, and then every time he would play, it'd be the fourth quarter with like 2 minutes left, and he's killing them by 3 touchdowns, and it'd be like, your opponent wants to concede the game, and he'd be like, nah, fuck that. And then next thing you see is your opponent has left the game. You know what I mean? It's the same thing they do. Where's Phanos? See, that's what I'm saying. New media is not with that. We're not. You got to prove it. If I'm lying, I don't know shit about boxing and size and pounds. I just offered to talk about it. Okay. Phanos finally came back. It says moving up 7 pounds at 6 feet is the same as 3 pounds at 5'2". So you can say 7 pounds is more than 3 pounds in this case because it's relative. What? Moving 7 pounds at 6 feet is the same as 3 pounds at 5 feet, 5'2". Okay, listen. That's your thought process or whatever. Did Ward get knocked out in either fight with Kovalev? So let's say, using your metric, Phanos, right? We'll use your logic. Let's say it's all relative, and it actually, because he's 5'2" and he only moved up 3, it's the equivalent of a 6 foot, whatever you just said, right? We'll use that. Did Ward get knocked out in either Kovalev fight? Yes or no? Did he get knocked out? Phanos, where you at? Did Ward get knocked out by Kovalev? Thanos. Okay, do you not understand if they both move up 7 pounds? It's no, see, you're talking, answer the question. See, this is what happens. This is what they always do. They bring up something else. Hey, but my mom likes Hot Pockets. I don't care about none of that. Talk about, did Ward get knocked out? I'm using your relativity Einstein logic, right? We're gonna use that. We're gonna say, oh, it's all relative. So if you're 5'2" and you move up 3 pounds, it's the exact same thing. We'll use that. Did Ward get knocked out at 168, or did he get knocked out when he fought Kovalev at 175? Where are you at, Thanos? Thanos. I'm gonna do like Kermit sipping the tea. Where Thanos? Yeah, I'm turning these critics into Hot Pockets. Eat a pepperoni pizza, Hot Pocket. See, where are they at? Why? See, everybody else is leaving multitudes of comments, and then when it's a simple question, it's a yes or no question. So you have to either type 3 characters or 2 characters, yes or no, and it's taking you forever to respond back. I'm not talking about how the fights turn out. I'm talking about you saying 7 pounds is more. See, you're done. Everybody just give him an L. I'm not even reading the rest of what you said because you don't answer a simple question. Thanos, you got an L. Put him in the coffin. Paul Bearer style, Undertaker. Why? Again, I'm not talking about the outcome. The whole video is talking about the pound for pound talk. Your whole theory is that Chocolatito, since he's only 5'2", he's moving out. He's moving up 3 pounds, and that's supposed to be different. No, listen. Another reason why you don't know what the fuck you're talking about is this. 3 pounds is 3 pounds. Even if you want to say it's the same as moving up 7 pounds or whatever bullshit you were talking about, skills pay the bills. So if Ward was at Chocolatito's weight, if Floyd Mayweather was at Chocolatito's weight, you think Rung Vasai would have knocked Mayweather out? Do you think Mayweather would have got knocked out by Rung Vasai at that weight? You know what I mean? Pacquiao and Mayweather started in the lighter divisions. So do you think Pacquiao would have been knocked the fuck out? You know what I mean? When he was like ranked pound for pound. Do you think Rung Vasai would have knocked him out after moving up? Pacquiao moved up 8 divisions. And the only person to knock him out had 4 tries. I'm talking not earlier in his career. I'm talking about when he was really Pacquiao. When he became Pacquiao. And everybody knew him and shit. Marquez is the only guy that really knocked him out. And he had multiple cracks at it to learn Pacquiao's feints and quirks. And, oh, he does his stutter step, I'm going to catch him. You know what I'm saying? So, fair play to Marquez, one of my favorite. But it took him a while. He didn't even knock Pacquiao down in 3 fights. So, he had to fight him multiple times to get that. You don't know anything about size and weight. I do know about skill, and I know if Roman Chocolatito is #1 pound for pound, you're not supposed to be getting knocked out in a rematch. Because a rematch, to me, what is a rematch for? Rematch is to clear the air and prove who is the better of the fighters, right? It's about making adjustments. So what adjustments did Roman Chocolatito make? He actually fought worse in the rematch. We giving out coffins today, man. And I didn't want to do it because it's Sunday, so I know a lot of people go to church. They don't have to be worried about, like, oh man, I went to Ego's live stream and he was handing out coffins, but we got to do it, man. It's taking forever to respond. See, they always have so much to say, and then you put them on the spot, and it takes forever. Like, it's like rapid fire. Like, oh, you don't know anything. You don't know about science. And then when you jam them up and you put them on the spot, it's taking forever. It's like when you went to downstairs to get some Kool-Aid, came back, paced around your room. Like, why is it taking so long to respond? Whatever. But anyway, you get that whole theory was stupid anyway. You said, oh, 3 pounds is the equivalent as Ward moved. They both moved up. Pacquiao moved up 8 divisions. So Pacquiao has been in the lighter weight divisions just like Chocolatito. He moved up. And actually, to Pacquiao's credit, Pacquiao, look at his rematches. He did better, except for the Marquez 4 fight, which again, he fought him a multitude of times over the span of a decade. You know what I mean? But his other rematches, like Eric Morales, he had a first competitive fight. He knocked Morales out in like the 7th round in the second fight, and then he he knocked him out again in the third fight, right? Marco Antonio Barrera, Tim Bradley. He beat Bradley better in the second and third fight than he did in the first fight. So Pacquiao even made adjustments in his rematches. The only one you could say is a fourth fight with Marquez. Marquez caught him, but he wasn't. I mean, truth be told, Pacquiao wasn't looking horrible in the fight. They traded knockdowns, and Pacquiao actually had the momentum. He just got caught. You know what I mean? He was like trying to get his man out of there. He was too aggressive. It happens. Roman Chocolatito wasn't in a competitive fight last night. Roman Chocolatito lost every single round and then got stopped. So once again, listen to me. HBO said this is the pound for pound #1 person, right? When have you ever seen a known pound for pound, Ward included, Terrence Crawford, Pacquiao, Floyd? When have you seen that? When have you seen him lose every round and then get knocked out? Like even the fight I just referenced, Juan Manuel Marquez versus Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao had 4 fights or 3 previous fights with him, and in the 4th fight, it was an even fight. Pacquiao was not getting dogged. Pacquiao got knocked down first, then he came back, he started banging his gloves together, and then he knocked Marquez down. He made Marquez's legs buckle, and Marquez's nose was leaking. I thought Marquez had a broken nose, right? And Marquez was getting split the fuck up, and then he just got jammed in the corner, wounded animal, bow, hit him with that right, and it was a wrap. But Pacquiao didn't lose 3 rounds and then get dropped 2 times and knocked out. You know what I'm saying? It was very competitive. But that's what I'm saying. Chocolatito, his fight wasn't competitive, right? All 4 fights were close. Exactly. You getting blocked on principle. Floyd lost to Castillo and Maidana. Once again, you blocked. Everybody give a quick L. That's just a baby L. You just saying stupid shit. Because, again, we talked about it. It's just like rock, paper, scissors, Rochambeau. That's the 3. Maidana had a second crack at it, Castillo, and they let the moment escape them. Blocked. L. You know what I mean? And we're talking about Chocolatito. Like this is the current news. The Mayweather's retired. The Castillo fight was like 15 years ago. Maidana's fat and retired and enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? You see how, once again, that's one of the quintessential tricks that they use. The art of deflection. Since y'all like the art of shifting so much, that's the art of deflection. When you jam somebody up, and then they deflect to something else. I'm like, man, so Chocolatito's #1 pound for pound. Why did he lose every round and then get knocked out? But you see, the Last Supper. What does the Last Supper have to do with Chocolatito? Might have been on his Last Supper. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all just throw out some random shit. The Last Supper. Like, I'm trying to talk boxing. You talking Bible scriptures and Psalms and shit. Like, what are you? But this is what happens. Now, who wants to step up and talk to this Broner? What I'm talking about? Look, again, I'm not saying Broner's pound for pound, but what I'm saying is Broner gets dogged in the media. People don't like Broner, and they don't give him credit. But fact of the matter is, Broner is actually new media. We just gonna show you. I don't have to look. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez moved up 4 divisions. Last night he got stopped. Age 30, right? Age 30, right? Okay. Ah, man, you know. Adrian and Problem Broner. Never been stopped. Age 28. So he's younger and he's never been stopped. Now, and he's been stopped. My whole point is this. I'm not saying Broner's pound for pound #1, but at the end of the day, he's also a 4-division champion, and people sleep on that. People forget, and there's a double standard. you know, HBO is saying that Roman Chocolatito was number one pound for pound, but using that metric, how is it that the number one pound for pound Roman Chocolatito moved up 4 divisions, and now people are making excuses saying, oh, the guys are just too big, so he got stopped. Yet Broner moves up from 135 to 147, fights a light puncher in Paulo Malignaggi, and then in his second fight, he fights one of the division at the time biggest punchers in Marcos Maidana. He didn't get stopped. So if we're talking about pound for pound, how is it that Roman Chocolatito moves up 3 pounds and he gets hurt by the bigger man or the bigger puncher, and then he gets stopped? But he's the pound for pound. Pound for pound is about skill, isn't it? Okay, we got our next victim. Sergio Antonio Loaiza. He said, I disagree. Step up. Channing Tatum, step up. What do you disagree with that I said? What was incorrect? What was not a fact? Come get your coffin. You disagree. No, I wasn't talking about you. Oh, you guys got to see. I'm ready. I'm ready for. So if y'all talking to me or say Ego, I disagree, or say Johnny 2000, I disagree. Like, y'all got to let me know what you're talking about, because I'm waiting for someone to step up. No, it's not an L. I'm that's what I'm saying. Like, no, that's cool. I'm just saying, direct it at whoever you're directing, because if you're saying you disagree, I'm thinking you're talking to me. Anyway, Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez moved up 4 weight classes. Broner moved up 4 weight classes. He's younger. Broner's never been stopped. But again, the media like ESPN and HBO let you. They told you that Chocolatito was number one pound for pound. So again, how are you moving up 3 divisions, fighting bigger men, and now we're making excuses like, oh man, it's because the guys are just too big and strong there. You don't think Maidana was too big and strong for Broner? You know what I'm saying? You don't think he had to deal with that adversity? It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Maidana is, and Broner came up from 35. And real talk, Broner doesn't even like train like he's supposed to be. At that time, he was on a rap tour, and he still made it the distance with Maidana, and he hurt Maidana in the second half. You got to know your boxing. So my whole thing is this is the double standard. People don't give Broner credit, and people definitely weren't saying Broner was number one pound for pound. But since they hate him or his personality, oh, he punched the guy in Vegas. I don't give a fuck about none of that. That don't have nothing to do with anything. I'm talking about the fight game. I'm talking about skill. Broner was able to, and here, okay, I'm gonna ask again because we might have new people in the stream. In my opinion, let's see who disagrees. Say I agree, I disagree, Ego. And if the people say you lost, we're gonna give you an L and you're getting blocked. So if you lose the debate to me, and I have the people vote and the people give you an L, you're getting blocked. So my question is this: since everybody disagrees when I did that video yesterday, we live in the flesh, live and direct. Is there anybody who is saying that wants to say that Sor Rungvisai had a better resume than Maidana, and or you think he's a better version of Maidana, meaning him with that style is better than what Maidana does well? Like, I guess you could say awkward, tough, offensive. Who wants to take this? Somebody step up. But just let you know, if the people say you lose this debate, you're getting blocked. Somebody tell me that Maidana is basically a worse fighter at what he does than Sor Rungvisai, meaning Sor Rungvisai is a better version of Maidana. Okay, it's a 2-part question. At the time Broner fought Maidana, and at the time Rungvisai fought Chocolatito in the first fight, who had a better resume? Is there anyone that says that Rungvisai had a better resume than Maidana at the time where they fought? Because that was the comparison I made. Broner moved up 4 divisions, and then so did Chocolatito. Is there anyone that's saying that Rungvisai had a better resume, right, than Maidana? Okay. Everybody's saying Chino, so nobody wants to argue that point. Part B of the question. Is there anyone, because I believe that Maidana, what he does is harder to beat his offense and how he fights is harder to beat per division than Rungvisai. So is there anyone that disagrees and feels that Sor Rungvisai is a better version of Maidana? Who's going to step up? See, you're deflecting. Broner's a C fighter. We're not talking. We're talking about Maidana and Rungvisai. So no, never that. Chino. See, man, this shit is boring now because nobody wants to step up. But I guarantee you, when I made that video, everybody was stepping up. Now I'm not always right, but I know when I'm right. I like that. I'm not always right, but I know when I'm right. That's not even a question. Maidana's record makes Triple G opposition look like bus drivers. I'm just waiting. But see, this is the thing. Where are all the people? It's like someone said, it's like roaches when you turn the lights on. They just scatter. See, and this is the great thing about live stream. Like, this is the best way. I can't go to everybody's city and just talk boxing with you. So this is the best way I could use my audience and people that disagree with what I'm saying in the video. You have your opportunity. You have your opportunity right here and now. And just know you're getting blocked if the people appoint that you lose the debate. How is it a redundant question? Now you see, okay, since you had something to say, now you might get blocked. How is it a redundant question? Now you on the hot seat. That's RBN in band. How's it a redundant question? Time to get your coffin since you have so much to say. How's it a redundant question? And I can tell you exactly how it relates and give you your coffin. That's what we're doing. We're just putting you in the hot seat. Anybody can get it, new media. Because we're not here. I don't want to hear about dicks and men and hot pockets. And I'm talking boxing. I'm talking about this. You in the hot seat. Okay, it's a redundant question because Sir ain't had the spotlight Maidana has had. What does that even? Sor. Okay, Sor. Because Sor Rungvisai ain't had the spotlight Maidana has had. What is that? What does the spotlight have to do with being a good fighter? Y'all getting L's today. What is I'm not even saying Maidana. I'm not talking about who has the biggest purses and who's the A side. What does Sor Rungvisai spotlight have to do with anything? Honestly, you're saying it's redundant, but what is? I'm not talking about who's the A side and who's the bigger story or the bigger fighter. So what does spotlight have to do with any? Maidana's spotlight. Maidana got his shot and failed. See, you're about to get blocked because you're just speaking in tongues. Explain what you're talking about. He got what? Maidana got what shot and failed? What are you talking about? Maidana got what spot? Sor got his. Okay, you getting blocked. Sor Rungvisai got his shot and then he's a champ. That's because the champion he fought was Chocolatito versus the champ Maidana fought was Floyd Mayweather. If that's the dumb comparison, you're saying what I said was redundant. What you're saying is fucking stupid because Mayweather ain't lost in 20 years. So for Maidana to lose to Mayweather, you can't compare that to Sor Rungvisai beating Chocolatito. Oh, I'm blocked now. Ego is champ. No, you blocked. You sound stupid. Blocked. Everybody blocked. You get an L, man. You blocked. See, I'm telling you, if you speak up, that's cool, but be prepared because you're gonna be in the hot seat in front of everybody. Get that L. He's trying to say that Maidana had his shot and he came up short, but he came up short versus Floyd, even though he did better than Canelo, did better than Pacquiao. He did lose to Floyd twice, but because Sor Rungvisai got his shot with Chocolatito, arguably didn't win the first fight. I thought Chocolatito won the first fight. Got the belt, and then he came back correct and knocked Chocolatito out. But you can't compare. I can't compare Floyd Mayweather's skill and what he does to Chocolatito. That's the big mistake. This shit's easy, man. But make sure you guys hit the like button if you like the live streams, you like the hot seat. That's what we're gonna do from now on. New media. I'm racist and stuff, and all these things, and I don't know what I'm talking about. So we'll do more debates. Hit the like button. We'll do more debates and put someone on the hot seat. And then the fans, you guys honestly tell me who got the L. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard no updates on Lomachenko rigging now, to be honest. And see, that's another thing. Pound for pound number one, Vasily Lomachenko, Rigondeaux's in a hurricane, still screaming on Lomachenko, calling him out. What's taking so long? People trolling to get a rise out of me. I get paid to do this, so it's not getting a rise out of me. They just getting embarrassed. I'm entertaining the crowd, and then they get blocked, and we go on about our day. I'm not getting a rise. I'm just talking boxing. So, I mean, if that's your whole aim is to get a rise out of me or whatever you think that you're doing, it doesn't really have any effect. Because once I stop recording and hit the finish button, I go on about my day. I go and pack, prepare for Canelo Golovkin fight week. I just got a haircut, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it doesn't really work if that's your intent. Winner of Canelo Triple G, I can't give him number one, but I definitely see him top five. I would give him top five based on that. Because you have to combine both. Excuse me. It's a good fight. You have to combine both of the resumes. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't really do pound for pound list, but I wouldn't even be mad at number 2 or 3 or some shit. Because that person's going to be hard to beat. Especially depending on how they win the fight. If they win like emphatically, they're going to be hard to beat. Yo, Ego, I'm still feeling really upset about Chocolatito. Yeah, I mean, I felt bad. The dude went, like, I feel like Chocolatito has heart. But see, listen to me. I've been around the fight scene. I've been doing this for a while. And I don't know Chocolatito as a man, as a person or whatever. But this is the thing. As a fighter, and see, people always get mad and start. It's funny when you credit, like, if there's an African American fighter and you give them credit, they always revert back to some homosexual, like, oh, you sucking his dick and shit like that. They make it a bad thing because you give props to a person. Like, Floyd Mayweather's a good fighter. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all are saying. I don't care about if he said all lives matter. Those are separate issues. I don't agree with that, but that's a separate issue. I'm talking about his fight game. I'm not talking about domestic violence and all lives matter, blue light. I'm talking about fighting. It's fight game. Floyd can scrap. Floyd can fight. You know what I mean? And you have to be able to separate that. You know what I mean? But people always make it sound like if you like Floyd, you're a Flomo and you're sucking his dick and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? But the thing with Floyd that's undeniable is that 20 years later, he still went out how he wanted to go out, still robbed the bank, still made a lot of the work look like easy work, and he's a skilled fighter, right? You see guys like Chocolatito moved up. Now he looks like he's taxed out. Like this, people are like, this is a major crossroad. This is like, can he bounce back from this type of shit? Floyd, we never seen him on the canvas like looking up like fuck. And he fought guys that I think Canelo, if Floyd wasn't Floyd, Canelo could have knocked. Mayweather was small. Canelo knocked out Kirkland, who's way bigger than Floyd, especially like muscle wise and stuff. Floyd has a tiny frame. It's just how Floyd fights. You know what I mean? He knows he's smart. He has that ring IQ. But if Canelo can knock out Liam Smith, who's way taller than him, knock out Kirkland and shit, he could have definitely hurt Floyd, but he just didn't have what it took to beat Floyd. And that's just what it is. But the thing is, I'm trying to tell y'all, you look at the UFC, HBO, ESPN, a lot of these big corporations, they want to force feed you and appoint who they feel is like unbeatable and stuff like. I mean, UFC, we'll use them. Nate Diaz to this day, he hasn't even got a fight since Conor McGregor. I know he's kind of acted like he doesn't want to fight anybody, just anybody who wants a rematch, a trilogy fight. But they didn't even put, even before he fought Conor, even before he knew he was fighting Conor McGregor, when he was fighting Michael Johnson, they didn't even put him on the poster. He drew, if you guys see the video, he drew a stick figure and drew himself on the poster. So I don't feel like they properly gave credit to Nate Diaz. He's a trash talker, him and his brothers. They're entertaining. They can scrap, right? But Conor McGregor comes out and the UFC blows him up and puts a lot of promotion behind him, lets him kind of call shots and have his way and hold two belts simultaneously, right? Where he doesn't have to defend it. Like, you guys realize that Conor McGregor, he's the only UFC fighter in history to hold two simultaneous belts in two different divisions at the same time. That's because the UFC allowed him to do that, because they didn't force him to fight his Mando at featherweight. Had they not done that, then he wouldn't have been to. They would have had to strip him and let Frankie Edgar and Jose Aldo or somebody fight for the belt. But the UFC, they put all their eggs in the Conor McGregor basket. Ronda Rousey, they told you she was the best female fighter ever in history and all this. She gets knocked out. How you get knocked out the year you win Fighter of the Year? You say she's the best female fighter ever, but she gets knocked out the year she becomes Fighter of the Year. How does that happen? You know what I mean? And then Amanda Nunez, she just had a rematch yesterday, and I don't really hear the UFC blowing her up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they still gave her opportunity to fight on UFC 2 and 5 or whatever, but I don't hear them blowing her up like they did Ronda Rousey. Same thing with HBO. They tell you Lomachenko, but they're sitting on a gold mine with Terrence Crawford, and he's not getting the same promotion. ESPN, they gave Lomachenko Mariaga probably better press. They had a camp life for that fight. $5 super chat from Bossman510. It says, do the Spoonie dance. Aldo tried years before, and they said he had to vacate for his belt. My point exactly. They allowed that to happen through politics. Conor McGregor wouldn't be no two, because it sounds good. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, and the only two-time division, all that shit. It sounds good. But if they stripped him like they should have, because he wasn't defending within a certain amount of time, then he wouldn't have been that. He wouldn't have had two simultaneous belts at the same time. It's all politics. Same thing with Chocolatito. HBO telling you that Chocolatito is number one. Man, listen. You want to know what can we get to 200 likes so I can tell you what the worst part of what HBO has done right now? Get us to 200 likes. If you're new in the like stream, or you're new in the stream, hit the like button, man. I'm trying to get to 200 likes at this point. We're over an hour. And I want to tell you the worst part. I'm going to tell you the worst part about this shit. Hit the like button. Now, the worst thing about we're almost to 200. Hit that like button. Take the few seconds and hit the like button. The worst thing about what HBO has done is, like, what they've done with their boxing programming, to me, is it's seeming like the ultimate bandwagon. Ultimate bandwagon. Can we get 6 likes? Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you're in the stream, hit the like button. We've been on over an hour. I'm trying to get these thoughts out, talk this real boxing talk, doing our stream, basically like a vlog. Boom, we're there. So to me, the worst part about what HBO has done recently is they're trying to create this environment of all action fights. It doesn't work like that, because even if you think you're having an all action, somebody got to get knocked out. It doesn't always work like that. I thought for sure Ruslan Provodnikov or Lucas Matisse, somebody would get their head knocked off and get knocked out. And guess what? That didn't happen. It went the decision. But then John Molina, he had been stopped by Antonio DeMarco, and it was his first fight, I think, maybe at 140. They fight Lucas Matisse. People say John Molina was a dead man. And guess what? That was an actual war. And he knocked down Matisse twice, and Danny Garcia only knocked down Matisse once. So you never know. You never know what fight is going to be that. I thought for sure Chavez Jr. and Canelo, based on the Mexican rivalry and the lineage and all that, I thought it was going to be a great fight, and it wasn't. So that's one thing that's wrong with the HBO programming. You try, sometimes it works. Curtis Stevens, David Lemieux, I think that delivered what it was supposed to deliver, a nasty-ass knockout. 2 guys with so much power in their gloves. You knew it was going to be an action fight, but it doesn't always work like that. and HBO's moving their market to this all action bullshit, and it's making people throw shade and disrespect at other styles. That's not cool. The other thing that's fucked up, the real thing that's fucked up, is HBO. To me, is kind of like their turncoat. You know what I mean? UFC fight fans don't really do this, but in boxing, man, it's like they'll turn on you fucking quick if you lose. This man Chocolatito, according to HBO and basically ESPN, they had him highly ranked in pound for pound. HBO force fed us and told us that Chocolatito was the man and he was indestructible, or like he's about to beat Floyd's record. And you know what they're saying about Chocolatito after he gets knocked out? It's like they're done with him. All that pound for pound number one talk after he lost to Rungvisai, even though he lost controversially, they took him off their pound for pound list, moved Lomachenko on their pound for pound list, even though I thought Chocolatito should have won that fight with Rungvisai in a close fight. And they removed him from the list, and it's like they turncoat. I'm from the Bay, man, and it's about loyalty. My fucking 49ers, I've been a 49er fan since I was a kid. My dad, my brother are 49ers fans. I've been a 49er fan. We had one of the worst seasons. We've had bad seasons, like some with Jeff Garcia, and some bad seasons. Last season, we were like 2-14. But guess what? It's about loyalty. And like, I'm not gonna leave my team when they're doing bad, or like because we don't have Colin Kaepernick now, or you know what I mean. I'm not gonna leave my team and just uproot. That's not me. You know what I mean? But what they did to Chocolatito was fucked up because they put him on this pedestal and built him up. And as quick as they built him up, they just forgot about him and talk about him. Oh, y'all don't believe me? New media. Say no more. Sore Rungvisai knocks out Chocolatito in the 4th round. Picture of Chocolatito knocked out. Caption reads, Jim Lampley says Chocolatito can't come back from his loss to Sore Rungvisai. Says he can't come back. Like, damn, that's cold-blooded. Like, y'all built him up, and as soon as he's not looking the same or he gets knocked out, y'all turn your back on him. You told us that he was number one. You know what I'm saying? He was number one, pound for pound. You built him up, gave him all this exposure, and told us, oh, this dude, he's invincible and all this stuff. That's crazy to me. Real life crazy. So, man, listen. Listen to me. When I say yes, listen to me. New media. Fight Hub TV has the interview. Jim Lampley says Chocolatito can't come back from Sore Rungvisai knockout. Reacts. Jim Lampley says Chocolatito can't come back from Rungvisai knockout. So, once again, new media prevails like usual. Like I said, just let these fighters develop and be who they are. But you put an immense amount of pressure on these guys. An immense amount of pressure to be great. That's why Chocolatito, he was hurt and stuff, but he wasn't like completely knocked out, like where he was like unconscious. He was just badly hurt. And he put his hand over his head, like, you know what I mean? That's just not cool. Like, I feel bad for Chocolatito for that. Because he probably feels disappointed, like he couldn't live up to what he was. Look, y'all, look, new media. We don't just talk about it, we show you. He's gassed. See, he's just like, man, what the? Like I said, as quick as they build you up, they'll tear you down. And HBO put them in that point. Now they just move on to the next thing. That's kind of indicative of what promoters would do. That's exactly what promoters would do with their fighter. Oh, this man's the man. And then they start losing the knockout. Like, oh, we don't give a fuck. And then they'll market the other fighter who's doing better. And Al Heyman kind of came to the game, started treating fighters like good, better, giving them better paychecks. Broner got a title shot after he lost. He lost to Porter, I think, and got a title shot with Alec Verdiev. You know what I mean? So Al Heyman is the most hated, but yet he's doing certain things with his fighters. Like, okay, you lost, but you can come back. Like, Al Heyman gave Robert Guerrero as many chances as he could. I mean, they were tough fights, but, I mean, he gave him a lot of main events and stuff. You got to win some. HBO told you last year this dude is number one pound for pound. Now you're like, oh, he can't come back. Like, that's kind of foul to me. He can't come back. But notice what I said on my stream yesterday about the fight. I said, I can't tell you if another man can come back. I can just give my, I mean, I'm not telling you when someone should retire. I can just give my opinion. I think it'll be hard, for sure, hard for Chocolatito to come back, push for a rematch, and he did worse. Just like Kovalev, but, you know what I mean? It's all up to the fighter at the end of the day, what they have inside of them and how they mentally bounce back. But I just think it's cold-blooded that HBO would tell you all this stuff and give this exposure to Chocolatito, tell you he's number one. The moment he gets knocked out and doesn't look the same, you say, you know what? He can't come back. We worried about Lomachenko now. They kind of did that with Pacquiao, to be honest, too. Pacquiao lost to Mayweather. They didn't pick up his next fight with Jesse Vargas. HBO like, fuck you. Fuck you. It's a dirty game, yo. I think Showtime's killing them with the boxing programming in general. Yes, I heard about A.B. knocking out that guy and all that. Here's a fun story. The guy who filmed the video DM'd me before he said, I'll hit TM. He said, I was seeing if you wanted the footage, but he was going to try to sell it to me. And then I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to buy it. I'm glad I didn't buy it because it wasn't like, I'm trying to get some 4K footage. But yeah, anyway, the guy who filmed it, he tried to sell it to me. He's like, yeah, I'm just checking with boxing outlets first. But then I was like, no, I'm good. And then he ended up, I guess, getting it off at TMZ. So more power to him. Josh, you sound like an idiot. Hold on. I forgot. Hot seat. Josh 2.0, he put in crazy comments, so he just stepped up. Go check Lomachenko's defensive stats. They are better than Floyd. Okay, so let's go. You in the hot seat. Loma stays in the pocket and has better defensive stats. All right. So why do you think that is the case, Josh? Come collect your coffin. We just handing out L's. Y'all be prepared to throw this L up because I know this is some easy ass work. This is gonna be some easy ass work. This finna be a breeze, like Josh 2.0. And if you don't respond, I'm just blocking you. You got like, I'm gonna give you a cool minute to respond. But come get this coffin. Like I said, this new media, we're not doing that no more. Where you just say, Floyd stays at range. Okay, why is Lomachenko defensively better to you? Okay, Josh, my question is, why is Lomachenko defensively better to you? Fuck these stats and all that. Why is he better? Stop blocking my subscribers? No. I got enough of them. I'll buy another one, as Nino Brown would say. Even though I'm not buying them. I just thought it was cool to say. Come on, Josh. Come get this coffin. Tell me all about how Lomachenko's shifting. See how long it take? Like, how does it take you guys this long? Y'all be typing quick as fuck until you're in the hot seat. And then when you're in the hot seat, it's just slow down. I already said, bro. But okay, we weren't doing the hot seat then, so I didn't see it. Now I want to see it. Now I'm paying attention to your name particularly. So explain to all of us who are watching how Lomachenko is better defensively than Floyd. Someone said Josh looking for research. Exactly. I'm live streaming, so I can't research this. I'm on the spot too. We both on the hot seat. But I know this is gonna be some easy ass work. See, where's Josh at? He calling Lomachenko. Lomachenko, help me! I need a lifeline, man. Come on, Aegis Clemens, please help. Okay, Lomachenko stays in pocket, and guys still can't hit him. He has better understanding of distance. Man, first of all, you sound ridiculous. You sound ridiculous because he about to get this L. Hold on, I'm just collecting data like Mayweather does in the first couple rounds. Okay, so let me go back to it. Floyd just stays out of range. Okay, so you said Lomachenko stays in pocket, which he does, and guys still can't hit them. He has a better understanding of distance. So my question to you is this. First question is this. How is it a better understanding of distance if you're right in front of somebody? Do you know what the term distance means? How are we talking about Lomachenko has a better understanding of distance if he's right in front of you, like you're saying? Explain that. Come get this L real quick. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm taking forever. He has a better understanding of distance, but you're bragging or you're speaking about how he's fighting right in front of his opponents. So how is that distance? Here, distance. Now, an amount of space between two things or people. The full length of a race. So your whole basis is that he's in front of guys and he's hitting them. But you says he has a better understanding of distance. So how is that distance if he's right in front of the opponent, standing right in front of him, as you say? Where's Josh at? See, where are we at? He's shifting, see? He has a better understanding of distance, but you're talking about how Lomachenko stays in front of you. No. Switch the subject. See, this is what they always do. You guys are going to see a common theme. Do stats lie? And admins. None of my admins block Josh until he gets this work, and I'll block him. Don't block Josh 2.0. Do stats lie? We're not worried about stats. I'm here. Okay, so explain that. You're saying how Lomachenko stays in pocket in front of his opponents and people can't hit him. I just showed you what the word distance means. Noun, an amount of space between two things or people. So, once again, you also said he stays in front of people and they can't hit him. So explain how that's a better understanding of distance if he's staying in front of them and there's less of a distance. But Mayweather, as you said, is fighting at a range. Out of range. And he's like, I'm here. Okay, what's your response? So do you like how that's like some of the most basic. Do you not know what the word distance means? How do you not understand what the word distance means? You're talking about Floyd fights understanding of distance, staying in front of people and still not being able to hit him. You said Lomachenko is fighting better because because he's in front of people and they're not hitting him. Second of all, that was stupid. Your response was stupid. So you're about to get this coffee. The other thing is, how can we compare a person with 20 years of history, right? Yeah, he answered, but did you understand his answer? Understanding of distance, he says, understanding of distance equals staying in front of people and still not being able to hit him. That's his answer. It's easy to run around and stay out of range. Come on, ego, you're a smart man. I am a smart man, but you're not. If this whole running around shit, that you guys like to say, right? Why wouldn't everyone, if they're hurt or whatever, why wouldn't they just run around and stay safe and win? Because that's all Floyd's doing. Floyd, if Floyd is just merely running around, he's collecting $300 million just to run around and not look like Chocolatito looked yesterday. So here's my question to you. Why didn't Chocolatito look like this last night? Why didn't he just merely run around? Why didn't he just run around and not get hit with that smoke, that them grunts from Runga's side? You know what I'm saying? If all you have to do is do like Floyd and just run around, and that's all he's doing, then why does Chocolatito look like this right here? Just what I thought. Second of all, to further put you, like, you're already in the coffin, so we're just going to lower you down. So the other thing is this. How you going to compare a dude with 20 years of history undefeated to a guy who has 10 pro fights, not even 20 fights? Floyd got more years in the can as a pro than Lomachenko does as a professional fighter. I can't say that for everyone, because like Terrence Crawford, Andre Ward, they have like 30 plus fights. So they don't have more years, or they don't have more fights than Floyd has years. Floyd's been in the game 20 years as a pro, right? So Lomachenko has 10 fights and a loss. Floyd has 20 years as a pro with no losses. And he has more fights. He has 50 fights versus 10 fights. So it's very easy to repel that. So my second question, I said that to say this. Floyd being in the game 20 years, all the former champions, world champions, current champions, bigger guys, southpaws, orthodox, all those different people, speed, footwork, right? Out of all of those people, who are we comparing to Lomachenko? Who he's fought, right? Lomachenko, like, you're talking about he's not getting hit. Who has been in there that you would put at a Canelo level, and they should have hit him? So where's Lomachenko's Canelo? Where's Lomachenko's Oscar De La Hoya, Olympic gold medalist with a crazy resume? Who is Lomachenko fought that's equivalent to Oscar De La Hoya? You about to get buried now. We just getting started. This is that ancient Indian burial. So where's Josh at? Name somebody that Lomachenko has fought that is better or equivalent to Oscar De La Hoya. Come get this coffin. Oscar was old, bruh. He's still Oscar. And Pacquiao fought him after Floyd. So we gave credit. The star was born when Pacquiao knocked him out. So you making excuses because you're a radical fan. And we're not even talking to you. We're talking to Josh 2.0. Name one person that Lomachenko has fought that is Oscar De La Hoya. And just because, now since you jumped in it, let me get this other dude. We're going to do it too. Okay, Josh said Oscar was old, bro. Canelo wasn't old. Canelo was 23, and he did the same thing. If not, we actually beat Canelo worse than he beat De La Hoya. But it's not even old Oscar. See, this is what we have. This is what happens when new media goes up against casuals. The rhetoric is so stupid. Even the old Oscar. So Oscar was old when he fought Floyd, even though he was still the cash cow, right? He was still the cash cow, and Floyd didn't become Money Mayweather until after he beat Oscar. Even the old Oscar, since that's the logic we're using from you, name an old Oscar caliber fighter that Lomachenko has faced, even old, young or old. Orlando Salido, somebody who got knocked out multiple times on his way up, turned pro at 15, was an Olympic gold medalist. This shit is too easy, man. You don't know anything about boxing? Who are you referring to? Are you talking to me? Because you can step up in the hot seat too, and you can get this ancient Indian burial. Names, and see, this is the thing. I'm just asking questions. Name somebody Lomachenko has beaten that is Oscar, even an old Oscar, or whatever you're saying, so that's the excuse you're losing. Dre, Harton, really? Oscar lost almost all of his big fights. Floyd was still moving up. And see, people like you, Dre, and I'm not gonna hold it against you because you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, so you may not know better. But even if Oscar lost all of his fights, you're making my point even better because Oscar lost all of his fights, and I'm asking you to name somebody. Okay, Oscar lost all of his big fights or whatever you're saying. So name somebody who's equivalent to an Oscar De La Hoya that Lomachenko has fought. Oscar lost all of his big fights, like you said. So name someone Lomachenko has fought that is equivalent to Oscar De La Hoya or greater. Nicholas Walters, hey, you getting blocked for that. Nicholas Walters is equivalent to De La Hoya. Bye, Paul. Blocked. You're blocked. Nicholas Walters off of a year layoff. Yeah, Paul. Oh, Dre, I thought you were talking. I don't know. Y'all got to reference who you're talking to. Yeah, someone said Nicholas Walters. Who else? Because yeah, you just got blocked for that. Name somebody that Lomachenko fought that you would compare to De La Hoya with all of his losses when he fought Floyd. Oscar did beat Ike Corte, and he knocked Arturo Gatti out. Fought Pernell Whitaker. And see, this is the thing. People, it's not just about having a perfect record like Rocky Marciano, Floyd. It's about who you fought. Oscar fought everybody. If everybody fought everybody, then I guarantee you a lot more motherfuckers would have losses. I promise you that. Oscar didn't duck no fades. You can say, oh, fishnet and all this extra shit, but Oscar didn't. He wasn't ducking no fades, and he was an Olympic gold medalist. It doesn't matter if you thought Sweet Pea won or Felix Trinidad or none of that. Name somebody. Do you see how hard it is? This is like pulling teeth. The question is simple. You got, oh, Sweet Pea beat Oscar. Oscar was old, bruh. All right, bye, Josh. Your time is up here. He said Rigondeaux is better than Oscar. Lomachenko hasn't fought Rigondeaux, so you officially, your health bar is already gone because Lomachenko hasn't fought and beat Rigondeaux. So who cares what you're saying about Rigondeaux? Bye, Josh. Fun while it lasted. Time to get your ass blocked. Blocked. Bye, Josh. He talking about Rigondeaux, but Lomachenko ain't fought Rigondeaux, and we don't know what's up with the contracts right now. I heard that everything was good, but I don't know. I haven't heard nothing since then. So yeah, everybody put your L's up for Josh. He tried to hang, but we had to catch the L. We had to put him in the coffin. Blocked. Anybody else? Name somebody that Lomachenko has faced. See, this is what I'm talking about. And see, now it's always me. I'm the bully. Y'all making it like I'm just trying to bully people. I'm asking simple questions. If you believe Lomachenko is number one pound for pound, or he's better than Floyd and all that, I want to know your basis. And then when I put him on the spot, it's always a bunch of sidestepping, bringing up other points and stuff. And it's never a straight answer. You're talking about stats. Who cares about? I don't care about CompuBox like that. No disrespect to CompuBox, but that only tells the tale. But besides CompuBox, it's who you're facing. If Lomachenko fought all of the people, if he moved up 5 divisions and fought everybody that Floyd had fought, who knows what his stats would be? We can't say because it hasn't happened. I'm telling you, man, this shit is getting easier and easier, and it's going to become more frequent and more frequent. Y'all say that crazy stuff, you're getting outnumbered already. It's going to get worse. Ego Army, Ego Mafia, we the mob. Money on top of boxing. You talking about? It's like you can't even compare the two. Like, let's say I'm a NASCAR driver, right? And I just started driving. It's my first year, and I'm doing pretty good. Could you compare me to Jeff Gordon or Dale Earnhardt or Dale Earnhardt Jr.? You can't. You can't just say because I'm doing good right now that I'm better than Jeff Gordon. I'm better than who did I say? Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Senior. How can you say that? How can you say that I'm better than that when it's not even a fair comparison? We've seen Floyd's retired now. We've seen Floyd's whole career. We haven't seen Lomachenko's whole career. And as it sits, he only has 10 fights and a loss in there. Shit's getting easy, man. That's what I'm saying. The hot seat is real. New media is real. And wait till I'm gonna start doing. We're gonna do the hot seat. I'm gonna get special guests. I'm gonna have like Troy King and stuff like that. And then we all gonna. This is like an extension. Like I said, everything I did on the West, we bringing it to the East, Death Row East. This is an extension of like what I did with the Ego Fight Club. We're gonna do it like that. We're gonna do this hot seat, and then we're gonna hand out coffins. And the thing about it is going to be fair. It's going to be fair because that's what boxing is not, right? It's not fair. People just do these drive-by. Oh, Lomachenko's better than Floyd. Okay, and then you put him on the hot seat. Ask him, what is better about Floyd? Bring this up with factual information. Who's his Oscar De La Hoya? Name someone as good as Oscar De La Hoya that Lomachenko has beaten as a pro. And then, Rigondeaux. That's why he got blocked. Because the question was, name somebody equivalent or better to Oscar De La Hoya. To Oscar De La Hoya that Lomachenko has beat. He said Rigondeaux. But he didn't beat Rigondeaux. So that's a lie. You got blocked. And that was the final coffin. We had to send him on his way. I'm telling you, man. You might as well just join the winning side, the winning team. And that's the realists, the people who want to talk boxing. Y'all always ask me this. I don't have a favorite boxer. My favorite all time, Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, Prince Hassim, and Muhammad Ali. Would probably be like the ones, like people I grew up watching and stuff like that. And I really like. And the hot seat is ending careers. Y'all gonna have to build a whole bunch of profiles because some of your profiles getting blocked. Just because you can't hang. Question was simple too. Name somebody Oscar De La Hoya or equivalent or better that Lomachenko has beat. Someone said Nicholas Walters. How is Nicholas Walters comparable to Oscar De La Hoya? Like, really? He beat Broner after Rigondeaux beat him, and Broner was new to the division. And I'm not shitting on the win. That was a good win for where he was in his career. He beat Vic Darchinyan, who Broner had knocked out years before, right? How can we say that Nicholas Walters is equivalent to Oscar De La Hoya? See how stupid that sounds? Blocked. And then the other dude, Josh 2.0, said that Rigondeaux, a guy that Lomachenko has yet to face, and we're waiting to see if they fight in December. Yeah, Ricardo Lopez was dope. Shout out to Finito. A question with no answer is not an easy question. Well, I mean, they seem to think there's an answer up until they're in that hot seat. Hey, how did Josh 2.0 get back in here? We blocked you. I feel like RoboCop. We killed you. You're dead. We killed you. How did he get back in here? Josh. Hey, you the lawnmower man. How the fuck did you get back into the chat? Hey, that shit's creepy. How did you? Hey, that dude Josh. He was like, "I'm back, motherfucker." Like, oh wow. Damn, that boy Josh. It's gonna be Josh 3.0 in a minute. And then Josh, you know how you get like an iPhone update, it'll be like iOS 10.2.1, and then the next one iOS 10.2.2. It's gonna be like Josh 167. Yo, iOS update. What the fuck? See what happens? Why would you come back if you already got embarrassed in front of everybody that was watching? Why would you even come back? You in the coffin. You a zombie now? You just came back? It's close to midnight. Something evil like you coming back as Thriller? Who are you? You're a ghoul. You're a ghoul right now. What is this Equifax hack? Like, how do you know if your shit got hacked? I don't understand it. I didn't read up on it. Damn, Josh 2.0 came from the grave, man. What is the email? Will you get an email from them? Oh, they sent you an email. Wow. I didn't get nothing, so I'm glad. Yeah, man, we're talking some boxing, but it's cold-blooded what they did. Like, Roman Chocolatito loses, and now HBO is saying he can never come back. Like, goddamn, like, really? This is the pound for pound, they said. Rungvisai was not, he was determined, man. He was throwing some fucking heat, man. There's no way he could have finished the fight. That would have been bad, man. Look how hard Rungvisai was throwing. Like, yeah, He was putting his life into them punches. Rungvisai was putting that Bangkok into them shots, man. Crazy. But we're going to do the roll call, and I'm going to get out of here. I got to get some lunch, run a few errands, pack. So if you're new to the channel, what the Boxingego roll call is, I say roll call, y'all let me know where you're from. Boxingego roll call, it's that time. Where y'all from? And the hot seat ain't over. New media, man. We coming. Phoenix, Arizona, South Carolina, Costa Rica, Manchester, England, Portland, UK, Toronto, Detroit, Delaware, Stockholm, Sweden, UK, Birmingham, Denver, San Diego, Columbia, Boston, Essex, UK, Anaheim, VA. Yeah, man, just some closing thoughts, too. Baton Rouge, Africa. Closing thoughts. I heard the WBC ordered Inui versus Estrada. I think, no, Rungvisai. Who was it? I think it's Rungvisai versus Estrada, which is a good fight. I think that's dope. I want to see all them guys mix it up. Inui, all them. I don't know where Chocolatito goes from here, man. That was a bad loss. But y'all gotta. What we doing with the hot seat, new media, man? I feel like it's gonna be around for some time, man. We got to get boxing back to its essence. It's a great year to do this. It's a great year for this to be happening. And we gotta, like I said, HBO. They said that Chocolatito was #1 pound for pound. Like, I mean, I really feel like I'm new media, so I show you guys, but I feel like I don't have to show you every little aspect. Is there anybody that doesn't recall when HBO said that he was pound for pound #1? They said he was #1 pound for pound. And now Jim Lampley says Chocolatito can't come back from his loss to Rungvisai. Crazy. So my thing is this. Once again, everybody said I'm wrong and I'm biased and I have all these, but you got to look at the facts. As a real boxer man, look at the facts and look at who has to backtrack, right? And you'll see a pattern. Jim Lampley says Chocolatito can't come back from one knockout loss. He's only been knocked out once. Why can't he come back? Especially when you said he was pound for pound, right? And they kind of they shitted on Rungvisai, which bothers me too. You know what I mean? They didn't really act like Rungvisai. Now they want to, but Rungvisai, he's strong. Oh. You weren't saying that after the first fight. You were making it like Chocolatito beat his ass and it was a robbery. But now, because he's hot right now and he did what he did and he fought like a man determined, now all of a sudden you switch it up. And now it's like, but Rungvisai, he's real strong. Yeah, I want to see him back. I think he can get a fan base in America. Right? New media, man. You tell me who won. This is what they say. They said Chocolatito is #1 pound for pound. Now Lampley, that's a form of backtracking. Right? To me, that's a form of backtracking. When you say that he's #1 pound for pound, and months later he loses a tight fight and then comes back and gets stopped, and now you're saying he might as well retire and he's done for it. Why? He's pound for pound number one, I thought. Why would he have to do that? Right? And you look at new media. It's not about being wrong in a fight prediction once or twice, but it's like backpedaling. This is way off. This shit is way off. Look, I did a video about it. Max Kellerman, HBO, ESPN. He says Manny Pacquiao will knock out Floyd Mayweather. Hold on, so you guys can see. New media. This is only going to get worse. Trust me. Only going to get worse. HBO and ESPN's Max Kellerman said there's a very good chance Manny Pacquiao would stop Floyd Mayweather if they were to rematch. You guys heard that. Max Kellerman, he says that Manny Pacquiao knocks out Floyd Mayweather in a rematch. Very good chance. And he explained why. 21,000 views, July 1st, right? And I said Max Kellerman's bugging. Straight up. July 1st. This is what I'm talking about, new media. So July 1st, you said that, huh? You said there's a very good chance that Pacquiao would knock him out. Okay, July 1st, you said that. July 1st. Keep that in mind, man. Keep that in mind. Manny Pacquiao loses WBO welterweight title on points to Jeff Horn. The day I got out of jail, no, the day I made a video, later in the day, he fought Horn, and he loses to Jeff Horn. So, once again, Max Kellerman said that there's a strong chance that Pacquiao will knock out Floyd Mayweather in a rematch. Then he can't beat Jeff Horn. It's not really adding up to me. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Salute to Eagle Army, new media. You guys have been holding it down. But I'm telling you, man, this is just about being honest and being truthful. All this agenda stuff, if a fighter is this great, we'll see over time. That's it. We will see over time their greatness and what they could truly do. Of course, with any business, you got to promote your business. And HBO Boxing, their business is fighters. You can promote them, say, oh, Lomachenko's a beast, but you don't have to lie to the public. You don't have to say he's number one and he's the best since Muhammad Ali. Floyd Mayweather came after Muhammad Ali. So how is Lomachenko the best since Muhammad Ali? So you're saying that Floyd Mayweather is less than as a fighter than Lomachenko? You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, you'll see this more and more. Max Kellerman saying that Pacquiao there's a strong chance he would knock out Floyd. Then he can't beat Jeff Horn. And now people are saying he should retire. Chocolatito, they said he's number one pound for pound. 6 months later, he loses to Roman Chocolatito. He loses to Sor Rungvisai. Then he has a chance to avenge that through WBC orders and a rematch he pushed for. And then you guys seen the outcome. You guys seen what it was. You guys seen this last night if you watched it, right? You have Skip Bayless, ESPN, or he used to be with ESPN, now he's with Fox. He said that Floyd has never dealt with anyone like Conor. His power would be too much. He's going to knock out your son. He told that to Floyd Sr. And guess what? Conor gets knocked out. New media, man. We here now. You already know what it is. Shout out to everybody. Hit the like button. Let me know what y'all think. Holla.